Prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen, for what we are about to discover is not just messy, but a Category 5 love hurricane tornado, to put it simply. Acting like a smooth-talking burglar in the night, the block captain openly said aloud that he purposefully abducted Remy Ma from Papoose. He then walked off with the wife of hip-hop royalty and smiled about it as if it were just another battle bar. Where were you, after all, when this relationship quake struck the timeline? Because, darling, Remy's silence is louder than any diss track, the fans are enraged, and the streets are shaking. This is treachery on the most poetic level, not just interpersonal drama, and if the whispers are true, if Eazy Papoose wasn't simply caught off guard, he was professionally played in this long-running fraud. The question now is, was it revenge, love, or the most heinous chess move hip-hop has ever seen? Because the internet became silent when Eazy declared, "I took her, and I'm not giving her back," and let's examine what transpired next. Oh, it just gets worse. It all started with a single smirk from Eazy the block captain, who was seen leaning back in his chair as though Remy Ma had won the lottery of love. We must understand the depth of this treachery, so let's take a moment to travel back in time. Remy Ma and Papoose were hailed as hip-hop's final power couple years ago. We're talking about holding it down when she was incarcerated, BET tributes, and wearing matching ensembles to award presentations. In addition to being her spouse, Papoose was the epitome of ride-or-die love. Because they didn't think Remy Ma would risk a 15-year legacy for some snide prince, fans were taken aback when allegations surfaced earlier this year that Remy was becoming close with battle rapper Eazy the block captain. In the beginning, it was then the internet was rocked by a leaked behind-the-scenes video of Remy and Eazy getting way too close at a battle rap after-party, whispering in each other's ears, talking hands on thighs, and giggling like energized teens. In a now viral live stream, Eazy revealed everything, and looking straight at the camera, Eazy remarked, quote, "I ain't sneak nobody's girl. She chose me, so I took what I am sorry, but I was already on my way out when fans began saturating the internet with memes, hot takes, and incredulous comments about how Papoose had really been betrayed by a man who truly utilizes battle analogies in his daily life. Someone got Papoose a therapist and a record deal after Remy exchanged a king for a court jester, but let's stop here because this is where things start to go south. The relationship between Remy and EY had been growing since early 2023, according to an anonymous blog post from an insider, by which we mean someone who supposedly worked with Remy's glam squad. The group apparently understood that Eazy was constantly around. That same insider claims that Ray's behavior began to shift around the time she and Eazy embarked on a joint tour. Her tone with Papoose cooled, and she started posting softer launch vibes on Instagram instead of relationship goals. One source stated bluntly that Papoose had no idea what was happening behind the scenes. Papoose thought they were good, but she had emotionally checked out long before the internet caught on. He would even appear during Ray's interviews, hang around backstage during Papoose performances, and always managed to get into the picture. And Eazy knew exactly what he was doing. The rapper's acquaintances claim that Eazy has long adored Remy as a lady and as an artist. Some even assert that he promised close friends during his come-up that he would someday control or manifest her. That is the crucial question. Even more startling is how widely known Eazy became as a result of the rumors. Eazy went on a subtle flex spree, posting pictures of Remy that were cropped just enough to be unmistakable, instead of keeping silent like most men caught in the heart of a scandal. The award was merely mentioned in one post. It's peace, sir, not a prize. How does war appear if this is peace? Poor Papoose, on the other hand, said nothing at all, no posts, no clapbacks, no statements, but silence is more powerful than words. Is Papoose okay? Fans asked on Twitter, and he truly disappeared, like a man who had watched his entire life pass by. The final straw came when a close friend of the couple allegedly leaked a private message thread between Papoose and Remy Ma. If the texts are genuine, they paint a heartbreaking picture of a man who was caught off guard by betrayal, with one of the messages purportedly saying, "I gave you everything." The internet sensed the pain, and TikTok started posting depressing montages of Papoose and Remy's past moments, such as her homecoming from prison, their vow renewals, and him crying during her performances. And all I asked for was respect. Not perfection, just respect. Another, "You didn't just hurt me, you humiliated me." This was not just infidelity. It was a full-fledged character assassination of a man who spent years uplifting his woman, defending her legacy, and showing up when no one else would. Despite all of this mess, Remy hasn't said anything, posted anything on Instagram, apologized, or offered an apology, just a series of carefully chosen selfies, soft launches, and brand partnerships. It's almost as if she's moved on and left the mess for the world to sort through. He didn't deserve this, but what's worse is that, according to battle rap insiders, Remy and Eazy are now functionally inseparable. One even called them a power couple in the making, saying, if Jay and Bae had a toxic cousin duo, it would be them. Let's face it, that's not a compliment. The drama didn't begin with that live stream, if you look closely. It began months ago, slowly, like a slow-burning fuse on the verge of blowing, and guess what? The explosion has just started. When the leaked messages came to light, it was no longer just a rumor that went around on Reddit forums and Twitter threads. It became a real, tangible, and devastating situation because one of the leaked audio clips allegedly showed Remy Ma whispering to Eazy during "He's a good man, but he doesn't excite me anymore," she said quietly backstage. Apparently recorded by someone on their tour, the audio was leaked to a gossip blog within hours, and the internet went into overdrive. TikTok went into forensic mode and analyzed the audio, comparing voice tones and breaths, and one fan even layered it over Remy's previous interviews to prove it was her. But screenshots soon followed, with private direct messages allegedly dating back nearly a year. "You make me feel like I'm 25 again." Boom, that one line hit harder than any punch Eazy ever did in the battle ring. One message read, "Sometimes I wish I could just disappear with you, no cameras, no guilt, just peace." Another said, "You're the only person who listens without making me feel broken." Remy was upset about feeling invisible in her marriage a month before she renewed her vows with Papoose, and fans were reading the breakdown of a marriage they had once admired in real time. Some accused Eazy of being a homewrecker, while others slammed Remy as a traitor. Nevertheless, a raucous online community of Eazy fans was celebrating. When asked directly if he regretted the outcome of a podcast interview, Eazy responded, "Regret?" As if their guy had just dropped a platinum album. Memes appeared showing Eazy stealing the queen like a game of chess, and one TikTok even showed a fake wedding edit with Remy and Eazy walking down the aisle while Papoose sobbed in the background to the sound of X Factor by Lauryn Hill. Cold, but viral. Eazy responded, "No, sometimes people are just meant to meet even if the timing is messed up. Look, I got love for that man," he added with a giggle, "but love isn't possession." When Papoose finally broke his silence late one night without warning, he went live on Instagram without any music or lighting, just him in a hoodie, looking like he hadn't slept in weeks. He didn't name names or disparage anyone, but he did say that you could love someone for the rest of your life and still not be enough, not because you weren't enough. If she left, she wasn't yours to begin with. That line was taken, reposted, and blasted on all platforms. The disrespect was unreal. Good for them, but because they stopped being nice to you, fans were crying, and the comments poured in like a tidal wave. Some fans went further, bringing up old interviews where Remy said she felt stifled or that she wanted more freedom, while others suggested that she might have felt constrained by her ideal couple image, and still others noted that she had always been the dominant one in the relationship, and EY's more submissive, admiring demeanor made her feel powerful once more. Regardless of the reason, it was clear that this wasn't a phase, but a full-on transition, and the public was. YouTubers posted hour-long analyses, commentators examined every bit of evidence, and even battle rap forums, which usually steer clear of celebrity rumors, had dedicated threads discussing whether Eazy had cracked the code. But when another leak came to light, this time involving surveillance footage, yes, a security camera at a recording studio in New York captured Eazy and Remy in what can only be described as an intimate embrace. No, we're not talking about a friendly hug, we're talking about pressed up hand on hip whispering in your date night energy, with the caption, "Yeldum studio sessions get dangerous." 50 Cent reposted a meme of Remy and Eazy, and Cardi B even liked a tweet that read, "Protect Black men who love deeply and suffer silently." Fatty Joe posted a mysterious Instagram story that read, "Loyalty ain't loyalty if it only lasts through convenience." Within 2 hours, the clip hit X, formerly Twitter, like a missile, garnering over 4 million views and a trending hashtag. #RemyandEazyCaught. Papoose remained silent once more. Someone from Ray's camp spoke up, which made it much more dramatic as it was starting to become a cultural moment. Remy and Eazy had been emotionally linked for a long time, but only became physical after she emotionally left the marriage, according to an unidentified member of her PR staff who spoke out to a gossip website. According to the source, Remy even made an effort to gently inform Papoose, but he wasn't prepared to hear it. "Excuse me, but sometimes love dies, and that's what we're calling this today." They stated this wasn't cheating. In fact, the backlash worsened. The public was not only devastated, they were divided between Team Papoose and Team Eazy, respect and rebellion, old school love, and "she's allowed to be happy." As this online battle raged on, one fan wrote, "If love expired, why didn't you cancel the subscription before signing up with Eazy?" Another said, "Y'all love to romanticize betrayal until it happens to you. She shared an uncaptioned selfie of herself grinning while sporting EE's sweater. Before Papoose's legal team intervened, this complicated triangle had only been discussed on blogs, on live streams, and on Instagram. Nearly 200,000 people liked and commented on one post alone, with most of the remarks being nasty. But it became clear that this was no longer merely sentimental, it was now legal, when an aide close to Eazy's team accidentally leaked a confidential cease and desist letter. Written a few days after the notorious hoodie selfie, the letter claimed that Papoose was getting ready to file a lawsuit for emotional anguish, public defamation, and illegal use of private content, likely that leaked video. Remy's camp is now claiming they were doctored, that someone fabricated the text to frame her, and that Remy never said, "You make me feel 25 again." The Studio Papoose team believes it was purposefully released by someone in Remy or Eazy circle, and they want accountability because this became a full-fledged soap opera, complete with court filings, lawyers, and the potential for divorce proceedings. To go public. Fans can't decide whether to cry, laugh, or grab some popcorn. The public has already seen, heard, and felt too much for the smear campaign to be effective, and when you don't speak up, people fill in the blanks for you. The campaign's goals were to damage her brand, misrepresent the story, and silence her voice in her own story. In the meantime, Eazy, he was. Brands that had been lining up to work with Remy Ma began to quietly pull out. One even tweeted, in a passive-aggressive manner, "Integrity is louder than lip gloss, choose wisely." He went all out and dropped a freestyle that was specifically aimed at Papoose and is being referred to by some as a career-ending diss. The freestyle went viral in a matter of minutes, but not in the way Eazy had planned. One bar literally read, "You kept her locked like a trophy in a case / I opened the door, now she's all in my space." While some admirers begged him to stop talking, the majority ridiculed him for being petty, cliched, and emotionally tone-deaf. "Bro thinks he's Romeo. But he's just a villain with bad metaphors," was one of the most popular comments. Because she didn't share any shade tweets, brand tags, or selfies, people started to think she was preparing her next move. While some believed she was regretting everything, others claimed she was in damage management mode. But when she did speak, it was just to give a 1-minute preview of a documentary titled Unspoken, My Side of the Story, not to apologize. With articles from the controversy flashing across the screen and her own words, "I've been loyal, I've been writing in a journal." The dramatic black and white production depicts her strolling through the Bronx, with 30,000 likes. A tweet that said, "This isn't a documentary, it's an ego trip," went viral. She got caught, and now she's trying to spin it. One thing was certain, though, Papoose had the world's attention again but wasn't playing the PR game. Days after Remy dropped her trailer, Papoose posted a short video of himself in the studio, pen in hand, saying, "No beat, no silent, I've been lied on, and now I speak the comments chaos." Half of the internet screamed, "Excuse me?" The other half deluged in with gifs of popcorn and fire emojis. Real ones don't need to explain, they just create. The caption read, "Real ones don't need to explain, they just create." Fans interpreted this as his return to music, not the relationship, to heal and reclaim his identity, and that's when things took a shocking new turn. Remy and Eazy were spotted at a small dinner party in Jersey City that was allegedly hosted by a mutual friend. One person who was there said that the atmosphere was oddly tense, that people weren't interacting with one another, that some of them had already left when they arrived, and that his public image was in ruins. The final straw came when a former friend of Remy Ma disclosed in an exclusive interview that Eazy had been obsessed with her for years, even before she and Papoose had renewed their vows. According to the source, Eazy used to talk about her as if she were a dream that he wanted to win, not love, but possession, and the internet started to wonder if this was ever really about love or if it was just ego, clout, and access. Fans flooded forums with their new views, claiming that Papoose was the real one the entire time and that Remy was finessed by a battle rapper with a fantasy complex. Since they rhyme, Papoose instantly became popular again, but this time as a symbol of dignity and grace. Meanwhile, Eazy's career was starting to show cracks, with 2 upcoming battle rap events quietly removing his name from the lineup and a rumored brand deal with a streetwear label put on hold indefinitely. His last freestyle received 1 million views, but with a dislike ratio that would make a SoundCloud rapper cry, and Remy remained silent after the trailer. The history of Remy Ma, Papoose, and Eazy the Block Captain has gone from shocking to downright Shakespearean, from loyalty to leaks, from power couples to plot twists. One man gave his heart, one woman pursued something new, and she may be re-editing, silencing blogs, or posting cryptic captions, but she can also erase a legacy that the public has built with you. And when you betray that legacy, you don't just lose a man, you lose a movement. In a time when loyalty is mocked, cheaters are given the limelight, and those with good intentions are left out in the cold. We ask you, the real viewers at home. Was this a love affair or a long-running scam? Did Eazy really win Remy over, or did she lose herself chasing attention in a game she already mastered? Where does Papoose go from here? Will he come back stronger or leave it all behind forever? Stay woke, stay messy, and stay tuned because something tells us that this saga is far from over. Before the next bombshell drops, make sure to hit the like button, smash subscribe, and backhand index pointing right. At Celeb Tycoon, we don't just spill the tea, we drag the whole truth through the dirt until the next time.